3 Nigeria info. And like I told you before the break, the Ijora-Olopa Bridge is closed. The federal government ordered the closure over the weekend because a big hole appeared on the driveway of the bridge. The Works Ministry is blaming miscreants who they say vandalized the bridge and stole imports. But like I said before the break, I want to hear from civil engineers or structural engineers. Could vandalism actually cause this? What parts of the bridge would need to be stolen for this type of damage to occur? Could petty criminals have the logistics to move that type of material? Or could this simply be due to increased usage of the bridge over the past year because Eko Bridge was closed? For those of you who use that area, who ply that route, how is this bridge closure affecting you? Is traffic flowing well through the alternative routes? Are you sleeping on the road? Speaking of traffic, we also need to start monitoring the Dangote refinery situation. Those of you who are moving around the Ekpe axis, how are things today? Because today is the first day of operations, so I don't expect too much of a disruption, but I think we should monitor it anyway in the coming days to see how they're going to look for those of you who live in Ibejuleki, Aja, and all of those axes, even all the way to like Osakpa and Ekate, because once traffic starts at the back there, it piles up all the way to like Ekate Freedom Way. But yeah, let's talk about Ijora closure. 014657190. That's for women. 014657190 for women. Men, call us on 0700-993-993. And of course, we've got WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, President Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
This is Chris.
Chris, welcome. Talk to me.
Quick one, let me talk about the road.
Yes, please.
You know, I normally follow that, but this morning, some people were driving against traffic from Costain.
Okay.
But I had to go from Ijesha to Ijora-Olopa to Matawalle to Adekunle to connect Third Mainland Bridge. That is how I went this morning.
Okay.
Because I don't want to drive against traffic.
Okay.
Then for the refinery of 18, Sandra, another hard part. You heard of the refinery in Ebema, right?
Yes.
You heard of the one of Otuacha? Orient Refinery.
Okay.
There's another one in my place, Utabugbe. That's in Dokwa West. You have a refinery. In your news some years back or months back, NMPC refused to sell crude to them. Then I called.
Are they actual refineries or modular refineries? Because there's a difference between... modular refineries are still illegal in Nigeria now.
You say still what?
Modular refineries are different from what Dangote has set up.
Modular, they don't refine the fuel?
They refine petrol, they refine fuel, but it's usually not a very legal, very straightforward thing.
Wow. So that's why they refuse. What of the one the vice president go and commission at Ebema? Then the one of Otuacha.
What about...
We didn't hear anything again. But I hear some of us praising this Dangote man. This winner takes it all, will not do us anything. You hear what Aguma said? There the cement is 4,600. Then Otedola want to bring this cement, 600 naira. Then I was happy. Before you know it, they frame one story and they make sure that thing did not work. You are praising him, winner takes it all. He's building a road from Apapa to Ojota. Then he will not pay tax for 10 years. One person. And for the court, whatever, I said it when people were arguing. Oh, they must show it. I said, show what? Don't want that one to bring setback. Thank God they give their judgment today. The man has told you people that a milocon. What is the meaning of a milocon? Thank you, President Sandra.
All right, thanks for calling. We've got Godman on the line. Hi, Godman. Hello?
Hello, yeah.
Godman, how you doing? Talk to me.
I'm fine.
Yes, welcome.
Okay. See, I in as much as we need to comment, let's say what's happening, I think it's not good enough for the nation. I think we need to have our own national refinery. We can't monopolize this to just one man. That's really dangerous. So I don't know if the government is just going to rest on this, then it's not going to help us really. We need to have all the other refineries are not working. We get them working, and not just put our minds and focus on one man. No. So I think that needs to be sorted out.
All right, thanks for calling, Godman. And yes, back to Chris's point about the Egbema modular refinery that was commissioned by the VP. Yes, it was commissioned, but NNPC is claiming that they did not get approval to supply them with crude. So it seems like NNPC and the administration are not on the same page. It's not very straightforward, you know. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. We've got messages on WhatsApp, but before I go to those messages, let me bring you yet another story from this weekend. We have yet another woman who has been accused of who has been arrested for harming a minor that she was using as a child slave. This new case is coming from Adaloko in Ojo local government area here in Lagos. 30-year-old Eukaria Ndigwe is accused of stabbing a child living with her because the girl did not finish house chores. A neighbor heard the little girl screaming and rescued her. The Lagos Police Command says Ndigwe is receiving medical care in custody because she's also heavily pregnant. So they've moved her to the gender unit. And you know, Lagos, we've been talking about this problem for a while now, and we need to talk about it some more. You have two crimes happening here. First, using a minor for labor, that's child slavery. It doesn't matter whether the child's parents are agreed. That just means that the child's parents are also accomplices. Nobody should be putting children to work as house helps or as shopkeepers or any other job. If a relative sends their child to live with you, that child should be doing the same level of work as your children, going to the same school. They shouldn't be working full-time in your house like staff. So that's the first crime. The second crime is the physical abuse. Eukaria Ndigwe allegedly stabbed that girl. I'm not going to show you the video of the girl, but she has a big wound in her side. And of course, this is something that happens so often. We hear about the homeowners, usually the women, beating these children, stabbing them, hitting them with objects, pouring hot oil or water or pepper on them. So it's bad enough that you're enslaving a child. Now you're deciding to physically abuse them. You're committing two crimes. Why do these crimes happen? That's my big question. Why do these crimes happen? Why are so many Nigerians, in this case women, so comfortable inflicting this horrible physical abuse on children? Where does this behavior come from? And since it's not an isolated incident, it means that it is part of our current culture. How did that happen? What is it about our culture and our society that signals to us that it is okay to do this to children? We're going to talk about this in detail next week. And when we do, I'm going to bring you some serious statistics because I was looking at some numbers and the numbers will scare you. So when we talk about it next week at 5 on the Big Hard Fact, we'll get into the numbers. But right now, I want to understand why. 0700-993-993-993 01465-7190. We've got 959-785. Sorry about that call back if you can. 99.3. Hello. Joy, talk to me.
Okay, Sandra. Dangote refinery. You say it's a private refinery. Oh, we are very funny in this country.
Okay.
People have gathered together and keep all these years. And one person has built refinery. Oh God, our money is working. Sandra, our money is working.
Okay.
We don't know. We Nigeria, we like slavery. Let me tell you the truth. Where those money come from? If many Nigeria don't know, me as a market woman, I don't go school. I know where those money come from. All those people that will commission that DC today, all their money is there. That's what I want to tell Nigeria.
That's
Thank you.
that's an allegation you can't substantiate. So that's an allegation I'll ask Lagos to kindly disregard. 99.3, hello.
You don't read Sandra.
Waiting red, Malik. Good evening.
This is Malik speaking.
Malik, welcome.
Sandra.
Eh?
Ijora Road.
What's happen?
Ijora-Olopa Road.
What's happen?
Sandra. Ever since then, see they repair that bridge. Under Ijora Bridge. Go see that road don't scatter. I asked the governor, Sanwo-Olu. Yes, Sanwo-Olu is the governor, right?
Yes.
I asked him a question. He worked under Fashola. He worked under Ambode. He also worked under Tinubu.
Right.
So you want to tell me he did not know how Fashola did his job, that some way were very good? Go and see Ijora Road. Now you are using one way under the Ijora Bridge to connect that same bridge that is bad. Sandra,
yes.
The Minister of Work talks say na criminals go comot iron. Yes, the government is aware that those malams or those men, they steal iron. The people they sell them to, can't they go down and arrest them or go down to search and you see government property? You arrest them. Are you aware they still street light poles? Then lastly, Sandra.
Yes.
Liverpool Bridge, well, you could see through to the water. The minister want to say a person go cut iron, what did they see through? Now 2 months of usage don't weaken that bridge. Too much of usage, Sandra.
Okay.
They don't want to look. Lie. That make everybody want them to lie news for that government. Thank you.
All right.
You don't read, Sandra.
Malik, thank you for calling. 99.3, hello.
Hello, Sandra.
How you doing? What's your name?
This is Joy.
Joy, welcome. What's happened, Joy?
Sandra, I'm just tired.
Okay.
You see, I'm sure you that you're seated there, there are some things you are pushed to say, but you cannot say, because you're on radio. It is very appalling what you see our Nigerian government do. I don't know. It pains me, it beats my imagination, Sandra. Like a country like Nigeria, we borrowed up to how many trillions? And we can't even have a single refinery. And we're going to commission a private refinery of Dangote. I want to ask you, Sandra.
Right.
Does any other citizen have the license to get a refinery in Nigeria? Is it possible?
Yes, anyone.
Dangote, there's something political.
No. People can.
That happened that period.
No, people can pitch to get a license to have a refinery.
See,
it's a long process, but it's a long process, but you can bid and you could get a license.
Really true.
Yes,
Sandra, I really beg to differ. Nigeria is the more you look, the less you see. And everybody has the right to have the license to be given a power to own a private refinery. Dangote is operating like somebody who is from Saudi or somebody who is from US, just coming to Nigeria to have a refinery. That's the way he's operating. He's not operating like this is a national something. Nigeria has to get that clear. And Buhari went there in his full regallery, and his friends and everybody, they go there. So I want to say, our journalists, if they have courage, let me put it that way, they should even ask Buhari, you're 8 years in office, you've come to commission a private refinery. What happened to you not even giving us one? Somebody should even ask him that question.
Okay.
Just ask him.
All right, just ask him, Joy says. All right. Thank you so much. We've got messages on WhatsApp. Give me a second. Let me bring the other mic. So the thing about this studio is that everything is up, and I'm short. So I have to, everything I want to get in this studio, I have to climb to get it. So just give me a second. Let me climb and bring the second mic. It's those who are watching on Facebook that are enjoying the view because they're just watching me run around in this studio. Okay, so we've got messages on WhatsApp. Let me take a look at some of them. This one says, Sandra, please let Joy know that it wasn't only Dangote that got a license to build a refinery, others got as well. Matawalle from Surulere. Yeah, you had me say that to her. Anyone can get a license if you bid for it. We've got this message here from Greg Nikeja. Greg says, President Sandra, it's obvious that the whole Nigeria came out to vote, but afterward, it's only a few people inside one room that will determine who becomes president. Very bad. Greg from Ikeja, thanks for your message. Abe says, what stops the court, INEC, and the parties involved to adopt one TV and radio media station, example in NTA, to cover the proceedings while others connect? Good question. They say it's not in the law, but I mean, what are law courts for if not to make laws, We've got, not make laws, but, play around the gray areas of the law. We've got Babatunde Fasanya who says, I completely agree with the tribunal. Our compatriots would have abused the request. Sandra, every election petition will have requested for such. So the House of Assembly, the governorship, the House of Reps, and the Senate tribunals would also be on live telecast. So the decision was spot on and a right call. It would have desecrated the courtrooms and put the lives of the revered justices in danger. The lawyers should focus on the nitty-gritty of the case and not chasing frivolities, Babatunde says. All right, Babatunde, of course, there are cameras in courtrooms all over the world. Nigeria is not doing something revolutionary here by allowing cameras in a courtroom, but thank you. We've got Obinna who says, why would it be only Dangote that gets the supply from NNPC while finished modular refineries in F4 state and Imo state are denied same from the NNPC? We've got Greenish from Sport City who says, at least we won't be paying landing fee anymore. Since Nigerian government cannot do the needful, a wise businessman has done the right thing, yet Nigerians are rejecting it. So Igbo should be the one that is supposed to build for us, like Abi. We don't appreciate our own simply because they are not from our tribe. Greenish, you're the first person to bring tribe into this, and I think you should be ashamed of yourself, to be honest. We've got this message here from... hold on. You didn't leave your name, but you say... Criminals, rogues, traffic, armed robbers dig holes on the roads, especially bridges, so they can rob drivers who slow down seeing the holes while driving at night. Some even throw big piles of dirt on the road to set trap for drivers. It has happened on that Ijora-Olopa Bridge where one of the criminals snatched my phone from the car when the driver slowed down at one of the holes. Honestly, I didn't see that coming, and I couldn't come down to chase the guy that night as it's not a wise thing to do because you have a lot of these criminals roaming about the bridge. Sandra, let your car stop on 3rd Mainland Bridge, wait 10 seconds, and you see Spider-Man and Batman coming out from nowhere. Sandra, did you see the other video of a girl that had a dagger pass through her stomach, stabbed by her stepmom? Yes, I saw that video. Also quite sad. Where does that come from? Why have we decided that that's how to be with children? Olu from Ota says people should be informed before making informed contributions. Nigeria has over 20% stake and thousands of Nigerians will be employed. Olu from Ota. Thanks for your message. We've got Babalola who says, congratulations Nigerians on Dangote refinery commissioning and brace up for future monopoly in the refined petroleum products. Live streaming of the PEPT sitting is a distraction as it does not add it does not add to or remove from the quality of legal presentations on both sides. All right. We've got this message here from Arinze Ojo. Arinze says, Yukiri Ndigwe is someone I know personally right from my childhood. The young lady that was stabbed is her stepsister. I don't know what pushed her to that extent. Arinze from Ojo, thank you for sharing that with us. Now, of course, the most shocking story of the weekend was the war of words between EFCC chairman Abdulrasheed Bawa and Zamfara Governor Bello Matawalle. First, Matawalle said he received a letter from the EFCC informing him that after May 29th, they'll be investigating outgoing governors like him. He said he doesn't have a problem with that, but the EFCC should not be selective. He said, quote, as he is claiming he has evidence on governors, let him show to the world evidence of those at the federal level, end quote. Some Nigerians wondered whether Matawalle was asking Bawa to investigate President Buhari after May 29th. The EFCC responded. According to The Nation, EFCC officials said that there wasn't any blanket probe of outgoing governors. Instead, they said that some governors or other officials may be getting letters if there's a specific allegation against them. Then Matawalle hit back. He accused EFCC Chairman Bawa of asking him for a bribe. He said, quote, he knows what he requested from me, but I declined. He requested a bribe of $2 million from me, and I have evidence of this. He knows the house we met. He invited me, and he told me the conditions. He told me governors were going to his office, but I did not. If I don't have evidence, I won't say this, end quote. Now, Matawalle did not say what his alleged evidence was. He also did not give a timeline of when this alleged bribe request time came, but he made other allegations. He said that he's not the only person Bawa has allegedly asked for bribes. Here's what he said, quote, if he exits office, people will surely know he's not an honest person. I have evidence against him. Let him vacate office. I am telling you, within 10 seconds, probably more than 200 people will bring evidence of bribe that he collected from them, end quote. And the EFCC has hit back. We got a stinker of a press statement from its public affairs director, Osita Nwaja. First of all, he said that Matawalle has no right to tell the EFCC who to investigate or suggest that EFCC is selective. Nwaja said, quote, it is intriguing that Matawalle would want to take on the role of a supervisor who tells the EFCC whom to investigate. Is this a case of a thief saying he must not be touched until other thieves are caught? Unfortunately, it is not within Matawalle's remit to dictate to the EFCC whom to arrest, when to arrest them, or where, end quote. And then Nwaja gave us specifics of the probe into Matawalle. He said, quote, but the real issue with Matawalle is that he's been investigated by the EFCC over allegations of monumental corruption, award of phantom contracts, and diversion of over 70 billion naira. The money, which was sourced as a loan from an old generation bank purportedly for the execution of projects across local government areas of the state, was allegedly diverted by the governor through proxies and contractors who received payment for contracts that were not executed, end quote. Like I said, back and forth. So EFCC is alleging that Matawalle is trying to spoil Bawa's name to derail the investigation. But Matawalle is alleging that the EFCC is witch hunting him because he refused to bribe Bawa. Bas boos. That's the drama between the EFCC and the Zamfara governor, Lagos. What do you think? This is the same Zamfara governor, by the way, that is owing salaries. I just had to put that in there. What do you think? 01465 7190. That's for women. 0700-993-993-993. That's for men. Let's talk. We've got WhatsApp too. WhatsApp is 0805 99.3. Hello.
Sandra.
How you doing, sir? Good evening.
I'm very fine.
What's your name?
My name is Valentine.
Talk to me, Valentine.
Yeah. Sandra, first of all, today I realize there are Nigerians that are more Nigerian than others. And it happens that me personally is not a full Nigerian.
Okay.
Sandra, this Abidjan road is a dead trap for a long time.
Okay.
They will come, they will do, window dressing, they will go, we remain in this traffic 2 hours, 3 hours. Sometimes when they want to do their window dressing, they will come and start doing it in the morning when we are going to work, and everywhere will be locked. I used to ask myself, are these guys enjoying this traffic that we are going through? All of a sudden, Sandra, these people remember that they can walk in the night. And they came and, made the road, motorable just a night. Just because few Nigerians, who are more Nigerian than we, are coming around. Is that fair? Is that fair? It's a very terrible situation. I understand the reason why people are leaving this country. Because he want to. He doesn't want it. Being a Nigerian and other Nigerians are suppressing you and subjecting you to inhuman. That's exactly the story of being a Nigerian, or more Nigerians are more Nigerian than others. Very unfair situation. The last one today, we are wearing a clothes that is well ironed and putting on a complete car. Today, the police are standing in some strategical point. Today, this is like Nollywood. So this can actually happen in this country. I was able to drive from Abidjan to Chevron in less than 20 minutes, which used to cost me from 7 a.m. in the morning to 10, 11. It's unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Thank you very much for calling. We'll take a break. When we come back from this break, Lagos, let's keep talking. You're listening to Hard Facts on the nation's best radio station, Nigeria Info 99.3. Don't go away.
Happiness in your home. You pay.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Honda Manufacturing Nigeria Limited, the Ogbonge company for motorcycle and power products, don't land in Lagos office for 57 College Road, Orimolade bus stop, Efako Ogba, Lagos State. Now him be say you go fit buy your power products like generators, multi-purpose engines, water pumps, lawn and garden products, plus agri products like tiller, mobile backpack sprayers for this Honda Lagos office. Hey, Unicorn motorcycles for delivery and logistics there. Motorcycle and power products spare parts, as well as Honda genuine oil, 1 liter and 0.8 liter bottles, they there. Fully equipped service workshop for motorcycle and power products, they there with expert technicians. Where you feel call to book them for your home service. Our office they open between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Yes, so Honda don't get gidigba for 57 College Road, Orimolade bus stop, Efako Oba, Lagos State. Our telephone now 0817 222 9298. Honda, the power of dreams.
Welcome back to Hard Facts with Sandra Ezekwesili.
Indeed, welcome back. I've got messages on WhatsApp. Let me take them until 4. Chris says, Dangote is my man of the year. He did what the government failed to do. He is a businessman. He obtained loans to build his refinery. He will repay the loans and pay taxes to the government. Let him charge whatever price he chooses for petrol. It serves us right. Chris, thank you for your message. Mofe from Ikoyi says, this government has really empowered Dangote, and the monopoly we'll face with this refinery, many Nigerians will cry. All right, we've got this one here. Nigerian government has a stake in the Dangote refinery. Yes, indeed, Nigerian government has a stake in the Dangote refinery. Temidayo Enidimu says, Sandra, I'm not surprised about the verdict of the tribunal on the live broadcast. The notice of no phones allowed in court on Saturday already gave them away. But it's so sad and discouraging, as one can rightly predict that the tribunal will deliver judgment without justice at the end of the entire go to court. I'm very unhappy. Temidayo, thanks for your messages. For your message. We've got this one here. Vandalism cannot be the reason for that collapse. The traffic is crazy. It is hell. I stay in Ijora-Olopa and I work in Lekki. The traffic to and fro is crazy. Sometimes I use 2 to 3 hours in one spot on that road. All right. Ike Nikbaja says, Sandra, good afternoon. Dangote, this and that. Did he change the price of cement? Did he change the price of flour, sugar? How will he change the price of fuel? One man richer and think straight than an entire nation. Nigeria should bury their heads in shame so one man could start and finish a working refinery. One day in this country, all those destroying this nation will reap what they're sowing. Ike Nikbaja, thank you for your message. Now, of course, Enoho from Alakpere says, what happened on that bridge is organized crime. All right. I'm honestly tired, Enoho says. Enoho, thanks for your message. We've got this one here from Chris in Accra. Chris says, congratulations to Dangote on the opening of his refinery. However, it works for him and it benefits him and it's his business. My own is everybody is now praising Aliko and his feet. But if he comes out to contest for election in Lagos State now, bigots will come out and say he's not a Lagosian. Hypocrites scattered across our landscape. All right, Chris, listening from Accra, thank you for your message. We've got this message here from Dare in Shangotedo. Dare says, Sandra, I'm corroborating that woman's claims about Ibejileki Axis Road fixed overnight. I was shocked this morning when I got on the road. I spent 25 minutes on the same route that I normally spend 2 hours on. Shame on the Lagos Lagos state government. All right. Olawale says, I was on that road for a burial on Saturday and it was horrible. So it can be fixed just because of an individual coming to town. All is well with us Nigerians. Olawale, thanks for your message. We've got Kehinde from Ibeju who says, my sister, this is the beginning of the result of tribunal. Nothing will come out at the end of the tribunal. The authority is speaking. Go and write it down. They will throw Atiku's paper out. No judgment. Kehinde from Ibeju with that message there. Michael says, if the court could dance to the tune of Tinubu and INEC, then they don't deserve to be trusted. It is obvious to Nigerians whom they are working for. Whatever they want to decide, let them do it fast. We're waiting for them. Heaven and earth will not hold them guiltless. All right. Thanks for your message, Michael. Mark from Lekki says, according to Justice Samamni, televising the court cases is not provided for by the Constitution, and the powers are not resided hereon. The panel sitting as PEPT only has the power to listen to presidential cases. The issue of televising is a policy matter. This court has no power to write that policy. However, the justices have authority to give a legal right or enforce the televising of proceedings for the case of fair hearing and justice. I hope we will get fair justice when it comes to the issue of 25% in FCT, perjury, and Shetima's double nomination. Mark from Lekki with that message there. All right, that's all the time we have. Let's bring you business news. After the business news, Chukwudi will take over for Checkpoint. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and you're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. At 5 o'clock, let's take a look back at Buhari's 8 years as president.
It's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those. Those that need to be fired are fired.
It's looking like the brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not a